There's a scene in the Steve Jobs biopic where Steve Wozniak asks Jobs exactly what it is that he does. Wozniak understood his own role very clearly. He was an engineer, he wrote code, he built things. But Jobs described himself as a conductor of an orchestra. I've been thinking a lot about that exchange lately because I think it captures exactly where we're heading. AI isn't turning us into supercharged doers, it's turning us into conductors, and that's a completely different mindset that we need to be ready to adopt. I've been coaching a number of people on integrating AI into their workflows recently, and I keep running into the same pattern. People aren't getting any time savings from AI, and that's not because they're failing to understand what AI does or what it can do for them, and they're not failing because they lack access to the right tools. They're failing because they're fundamentally disorganized. AI is only as useful as the foundation it is built upon. If your work processes are messy, your context is scattered, and your task management is a loose collection of mental notes and sticky tabs, then AI can't do much for you. It needs structure to work from. And I hear this complaint constantly. AI has been missold to me, it's not saving me any time. But it hasn't been missold. It's just that AI can only deliver on that promise if you've got an organized workflow underneath it. Build that first, and the time savings will follow. That's why I've written about making use of things like AI playbooks and developing proper AI skills. These aren't nice to haves, they're the infrastructure that lets AI actually work. But there's a deeper shift here, and one that genuinely is harder to adapt to. When you're doing tactical work, you usually focus on one or two tasks at a time. You go deep, you finish a thing, and then you move on. It's cognitively manageable. But a conductor doesn't work like that. A conductor holds the entire orchestra in their mind simultaneously. What the strings are doing, what the bass is doing, when it's going to come in, what the percussion is building towards. They're not playing any of the instruments, but they're managing the relationship between them all. In the world of AI agents, we're going to be managing multiple projects running in parallel, all moving faster than any human team could. We're task switching constantly. We're accountable for outputs that we didn't directly produce, and we have to resist the urge of jumping in and doing the work ourselves because that's precisely where we'll get bogged down. Now, this isn't a new challenge as it happens. Design leaders face exactly this transition when they move from being senior practitioners to managing a team. I've watched a lot of talented designers struggle with that shift. They get promoted because they're brilliant at their work, and then they spend years quietly sneaking back into Figma because they can't let go of doing it. They micromanage their reports. They redesign things that were already fine. They can't operate at the level of abstraction that leadership requires. And working with AI agents is going to feel very similar. The temptation to wrestle with the AI until it produces exactly the output you had in your head, rather than accepting a good result and moving on, is going to be real. Learning to let go of that control is a skill in itself. The good news is that unlike a team of designers, you can't upset AI agents by micromanaging them. But you can waste enormous amounts of time doing it, and that defeats the whole point. There's one aspect of this that I want to flag in particular because I don't think it's talked about enough. When you're managing a team of agents all moving at AI speed, the cognitive load is significant. You're context switching constantly across multiple work streams, and things are being completed faster than you're actually capable of reviewing them. It's relentless in a way that managing human teams just isn't. And this is where we're beginning to see something called AI burnout. We need to learn at our own pace, to batch our reviews, to build in breathing room. These are the kinds of organizational skills that will separate people who thrive in an AI-augmented world and those who get burnt out. If I had to distill all of this into a single thing, it is to start building the habits of a manager now before the agents fully take over. Get organized, build the infrastructure that AI needs to do its best work, and practice delegating, even to imperfect tools, rather than doing everything yourself. Work on your ability to hold multiple projects in your head without losing the thread of any of them. And if you want help in this transition, I do offer coaching specifically for this. It's something that I'm increasingly focused on because I think it's one of the most valuable things that can help people right now. I'm also running a workshop with Smashing Magazine in July that covers a lot of the ground in a more structured way, if that's your style. The shift from a doer to a conductor is coming whether we're prepared for it or not, and the people who handle it best will be the ones who start thinking like managers now.